Fairies, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today's video is sponsored by Nadula Hair, and I'm using their 7x5 closure wig that comes pre-bleached and pre-cut. If I'm not mistaken, this wig was actually made by another fellow YouTuber. Her name is Amira. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And these are bye-bye knots, basically not the same as normal knots. It's supposed to be a lot more invisible to give that wig cap look without actually having a wig cap underneath. I got it in 24 inches and it does come in a yaki texture as well. And y'all know I am all about the yaki textures to give that natural silk press look. Now I am all about showing wig versatility and taking the wigs that come out of the box and transforming them to a whole different type of wig. This is my favorite combo for getting that super dark, deep jet black type of look. I love dyeing my yaki textured wigs jet black. It just gives it that real silk press, shiny African American type of style that I love. Now while that mixture just sits for a little bit, you guys are always asking why I use semi-permanent dye on the roots first. That is because the mixture from the permanent dye is usually too runny. You guys will see later on how it just runs down the hair, but I like to use the semi-permanent dye on the roots because it's a lot thicker and it avoids the dye from bleeding onto the knots. So I'm just going to work in small sections and put that permanent dye and make sure I get it real good on each strand. I love to massage my dyes in the hair. For some reason, it's like very therapeutic, and it also has a benefit because I always get all of that product into the yaki texture. So I work in small sections, pretty thin, and then I'm gonna take that same applicator I use with the semi-permanent dye and slowly start to rub the permanent dye on the hair. And I'm not going to just let it fall. I'm gonna take these mesh strips that I got from Amazon and put those underneath each layer, only because I don't want it to bleed onto the knots, because I did come pre-bleached and nobody got time to be bleaching this all over again. So I let the dye sit for about an hour and I'm going to rinse it out on cool water. I like to leave it on my mannequin head first just to avoid any dye getting on the knots when it's wet. And then when the dye is rinsed out of the hair, I'm going to now condition the hair. I'm going to take the same conditioner that comes in the Dark and Lovely boxes, and I'm just going to put that conditioner all over the hair. I'm telling you right now, once you dye your hair jet black and use the conditioner that comes in the box, they are a duo. They're supposed to go hand in hand because it makes my hair so silky. I'm gonna take my hot comb on a 410 degrees and I'm gonna be hot combing the closure because I'm gonna do a little bit of plucking. It does come pre-plucked, but y'all know I am a perfectionist, Aquarius energy, and I like my plucking to be a specific way. I like to take the pointer tweezers. I don't use any type of tweezers that's sharp. The trick is to use the $4 ones or the beauty supply store ones because they're dull and they're super cheap, but those are the ones you want to use. Now I'm gonna take my foundation that I use on my skin and I'm gonna apply that with a brush on the closure. This lace closure is giving me more like transparent vibes. When I first saw it, I thought it was going to be HD, but it's transparent, and with that, the darker skin girlies gotta do a little bit more effort to get that to look seamless on our skin. Now I'm gonna take my favorite thermal protectant spray and spray that on each section that I'm going to be flat ironing today, and I'm going to be using my Denman straightening brush and my EAP Heat 1.75 flat iron. Now I'm gonna be installing the closure, but first I'm gonna be prepping my baby hairs to gel those back using this Curlsmith gel and just blow dry that dry before I do the install. So So here is Miss Ma'am, and I actually messed up the first time. I made a whole TikTok about it. Make sure y'all go and follow me on TikTok because I make different content on YouTube compared to TikTok. It's never the same, so I definitely just recommend y'all follow me on both. So I'm gonna be installing my wig today using pretty much all EBIN products. First, I went in with the EBIN lace spray and just put that on my hairline, and I'm going to be using that today to install my wig. Usually I've been doing a more easier method of just using mousse. The dark skinned girlies got to do a little bit more effort. This is exactly what I meant. So after I had that lace installed on the hairline, I just cut off any excess lace, and then I also went in and plucked my baby hairs just a little bit and just tied that down with an elastic band and let that sit for 15 minutes. Everything that I'm using in this video is going to be down in the description box as well as my Amazon storefront. Then I'm going to take the long and awaited EBIN lace melt mousse. I love this melt mousse. It just takes my lace to the next level as far as that melt. I'm going to put that on my hairline and tie it down with an elastic band yet again and just do my makeup off camera. Usually it takes me like 45 to an hour to do my makeup. So anyone that doesn't do makeup, just let that band sit for 45 minutes to an hour. So I did my makeup, and when it comes to transparent lace, y'all, it always tells on itself when you do your makeup. When you have excess areas of lace, it will pretty much show itself if you put makeup on it. So this is what told me I had to take that lace a little bit back further because I had too much on my hairline. So I just took some tweezers and a razor and just went slowly across my entire forehead to cut off any excess lace that I had. Then I'm gonna take some hairspray and spray that on the hairline to blend it in a little bit more, and then blot off any excess with a paper towel and just start to push that lace in with a comb. I'm gonna come back to that lace later on when it's dried, but first I'm going to style this hair. This has been like my signature go-to style as far as wearing my yaki textured wigs. I feel like it just really brings life to the hair by doing this technique. The first thing I'm gonna do is just brush and hot comb all of my hair forward because I know I want those layers to kind of form against my face. Then I'm just gonna comb all that hair forward and start to cut blunt ends. I just did that on both sides and made sure both sides was even. And then once they were even, I'm going to start to angle cut my layers. The way that you want to cut the layers is like in a V shape. You want to make those layers really blunt because this is what's really going to form the style when we curl the hair. And then notice how the hair just comes to life. It's like I'm cutting leaves off of a plant or something and then it just sprouts up. That's the effect I feel like it gives me when I cut the ends of yaki textured hair. So now I'm going to spray the ends with that hairspray. Again, I've been using this entire video, and let the hairspray dry a little bit on the hair first by combing it through. Take that flat iron one more time, just turning that flat iron sideways because we really want that hair to curl underneath. And I'm just going to work side by side because I want them to sit with the hairspray before I comb them out. Yeah, remember I said we're coming back to that lace? We're gonna take that lace foundation one more time and put that over top of the transparent lace. Spray it with that hairspray one more time and it finally blends in with my darker skin tone. And of course, I love my signature blunt layers. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to this channel, let me know how I did in the comments below. Bye guys.